armors and 2 smokes on the Na'Vi side. And, well, actually, could we get to see one of the smokes here from GMX? That's down towards the sewer, and it's going to land right in the pit here, or in the pipe, sorry. And that's a pretty good one, but it's going to be all in connected. The action's going to be happening. Biggie. It's going to be C-Set versus C-Set, and Siege will actually, with the Glock, come out with the 2 kills. But Fox Josie, he gets the 1, goes for the second. Got 1 bullet left, runs in the corner to try and reload, but they're coming from all different angles. He gets the 1, he turns around. And if he got that 180 turn, that would have been devastating to Na'Vi. But as it is, they managed to survive, and it's in a 2-on-2 now. And I'm not exactly sure who's favored right now. What do you think?
I'm favoring Epsilon in this situation simply because GMX is on the hunt, and Na'Vi have no idea of what's going on. So they might get onto the site, but I don't think they'll expect GMX to be this close. So as long as GMX gets he sets his way towards the bomb site, so he's going to be close enough to punish them, I think. Or actually stops, so this could get a little bit hairy, but yeah, Epsilon.
Walks in, if he can take down Guardian. Guardian turning around, he knows someone's coming here. That's Scream. There's a grenade as well on GMX, but he's just used it to blow up a bit of Guardian's face. Follow-up flashbang here, just throwing it high, trying to blind everyone in the bomb site. The bomb is ticking, and there is no kit picked up. They're going to have to move a lot faster than this. Guardian takes 1, takes 2, and Na'Vi will win the pistol T side. So, I actually think you're right. I think GMX had potential to do a little bit more, but it never really worked out. And without the defuse kit, that makes it so hard.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised seeing how they didn't have defuse kits and whatnot, that he wouldn't try to disrupt Na'Vi from planning at all initially. So when he actually commits to that roundabout trip that he did from long through toilets and back towards the bomb site, that he actually stopped in that little, that little nook by the toilets instead of just pushing constantly towards it, because I think it would have been able to catch off Guardian sooner, or one of the Na'Vi members.
Edward with the Mag-10 in hand actually almost ran into 3 people, but these Mag-10 kills give a lot of money to the guy wielding it. Nice headshot from Scream. That's the kind of stuff that he's so well known for, with the P250 in hand. Uzi wants to get the guy piling the bomb, but he can't. Guardian is also covering the L-bend here, and the grenade follow-up. It's going to bounce right in. That's almost perfect. Look at the damage being dished out by that grenade, but it is a 3-on-3, and Na'Vi are not in very good health at the moment. Mag-10 in hand. It's not going to work out. They just managed to trade. And up at the upper sniper spot, Seized might be the guy to save this from Na'Vi if it goes really badly. Fox Show going to walk in, and Seized has the timing, so a pretty expensive round. I mean, Epsilon did a pretty good job then, didn't they?
They did a really good job. They did miss in a couple of Novas and, a little bit of weaponry for themselves, but I think it was definitely worth it. Really unfortunate, in fact, that they didn't get one more member from Na'Vi down, because I think both of the members who were alive at the end had less than 10 HP.
Yeah, very, very little indeed. So bit of a shame there. Scream, he got a couple of headshots last time, or at least 1. Can he do it again? Maybe overextending a little bit. Uzi is here. He's going to get shut down as well. Scream now in a bit of a tough position here. Very little health, and Guardian will find a quick double kill. Not much that they can do this time, Epsilon. They don't have the equipment.
They might pick up a frag or 2, but nothing more than that should happen, and Starks takes that FXO as well. So there's the 1 kill, Biggie, and he's actually going to be able to get that AK from Edward. So if he's able to save this now, this would be a big victory for them, but you can see the entire Na'Vi team is on the hunt.
Yeah, look at Seized. He's reading this so well. It's like he can look into the future and... Oh, okay.
Oh,
Thank you, Seized.
Did he not spot him?
He can look into the future, but he needs glasses. You know, it's like...
Yeah.
It's not perfect.
It's all blurry.
Yeah, it's a little bit blurry. As it is with most people when you need to do that. Biggie goes down anyway to Guardian, who is trekking across the map with the pistols. That's a little bit weird. And now we have a pause, Ben. I mean, we've been missing those pauses.
We got 3 rounds without a pause. That was, almost too good to be true. And apparently it's just, to restart TeamSpeak.
Oh. Wow, okay.
This is definitely surprising.
I'm very surprised. I thought this could be way worse, but that's how it is.
Yeah, luckily we don't have to catch a train.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in my room, and I could end up sleeping in this chair if that's what it came down to, so I'll be alright. I'll be alright. There's 3 ops currently in play. Guardian 1, Foxio with another one. Those are fairly predictable. GMX with the third one. I think that's kind of cool. I've seen GMX op on this map before with some success. Kind of like Happy does it on the LDLC side. Yeah, so I mean, there's some room for alternative oping.
Yeah, and it's, you know, they put him towards the long tunnel zone B, so not too surprising of a position for him, seeing how FXO is on, or Foxo is on the other side of the map.
Oh, Edward very nearly made it in behind the 2 people waiting in connector, but he got shot a little bit in the back by Foxio, actually. I think he got shot in the legs just as he came past. So right now it's a really good trade going in favor of Epsilon. Them being on the more favored side, they do need to pick up quite a few rounds. I would say like 10-5 right now is a pretty good score to settle for if you're on the CT side, but you can get all the way up to 11-4 or even 12-3 or something like that. Now they just need to not lose this round, and maybe they will. That was such a good position, and now it's all evaporated. It's a 1-on-2 here, and Guardian will find a double, as was seized, and Na'Vi steal the round away. That's kind of devastating.
It was just really unfortunate timing for GMX. We saw him pick up 1 frag in the L bend, but what he didn't see was C's sneaking up 2 seconds prior to him peeking. You know, in that small period of time where he was picking back and forth between long and short there, C's managed to sneak by, so he got caught out. And obviously, if you don't see any more than the 1 guy you just picked off, you're not going to call for a massive rotation as well. So Epsilon kind of just hung back for too long.
Now, I don't know if you saw, but we caught it on camera. There's a weird battle brewing in the beginning of that last round where Scream was shooting in towards the door, and there were 2 people hiding a connector from the terrorist side. And Usiko from the chat actually said, holy beep, Scream, just sit down and spray. I think that's actually pretty accurate. I think if Scream had not tried to one-tap the people in there, but just sat down and sprayed, could have probably killed both of them really quickly.
Oh, that is an issue Scream has had with his playstyle for... well, ever since he came onto the scene, really. The fact that he has, you know, the tapping ability of a, you know, demigod and the spraying ability is just non-existent because he simply refused to spray.
Yeah.
He's gotten better at it, though, over time. So it might be just, you know, a bit of a day thing for him, whether or not he's feeling it or not.
Right. So I think, I agree. I think, and I think that's a fair criticism from Usiko in the chat. That could have made a difference, but it's hard to account for Season Guardian also picking up all those kills all of a sudden. Scream, speak of the devil, he's in the back here, waiting with the FAMAS in hand, and Seized would be an easy target here at 23 health. The rest of the action happening up at the A-bomb site. Uzi waiting, and that's a perfect angle, takes down Edward. Starix is going to fall as well. Max 7 in hand. This is looking so good right now for Epsilon, and there's no time. Nothing that Na'Vi can do to win this round. In fact, Guardian is going to try and run away with the AWP, so... is it, like, does it get any more Na'Vi than this? You wait until there's almost no time left. If the bomb planter dies, you lose the round.
Yeah, that is Na'Vi in a nutshell, really. Fortunately for them, they do have an uncanny ability to actually get the bomb down in most cases, but this is very Na'Vi-esque. And we have another pause. Who would have thought?
Perfect. Perfect. Just the average lag is what Guardian is saying. Nothing truly suspicious yet. Do we have any other benches on this map that weren't covered on Inferno, I'm wondering?
Oh, but isn't there a carousel on this map, or is that Cache? I think it's Cache that has a carousel on it.
Yeah, I'm trying to... There are benches on this one, and they're kind of like the Inferno benches, but they're painted. And I think they're a little bit different. The wood doesn't extend over the actual frame of the bench. So...
well, are you sure this is what... this looks like the cheap metal ones.
Oh, it could be. Yeah, it could be like the cheap metal ones.
Because if you check at the, you know, the corner of them, they're like welded together. That's like a welded metal bend thingy.
All right. So we have marble benches, wooden benches, and also the metal benches of Overpass. Although these seem to be all more or less the same. There is like ultimately the most minimalistic bench you can find over by the toilets on the right hand side by long. There's like a it's not even really a bench. It's like a
just a wooden plank.
A plank with legs on it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the least try-hard bench you could probably
You do
find.
have the classic bench, so the park bench at the balloon area.
Are they different? Oh, yeah.
That's the classic park bench.
That's the kind of bench you want. You can sit your friends down here. It's easy to move around, and you can see there's actually beer. I mean, this is evidence that this is definitely the best bench. This is where the beer is. Like, the party is near these benches. That's it.
That's where it's all gone down.
It's been.
I love the fact. I love the fact that that for some reason they decided to add this to the map because it serves absolute no purpose. But you know what? Long they actually have a picnic basket, a piece of bread, and a wine bottle, and a bicycle. Like for no good reason, the piece of bread and the wine bottle is there, but no idea why they decided to add that.
I mean, there are a couple of unanswered questions. First of all, how did they bike here? I guess they could have biked down the road, but there's no bicycle path here, so they were obviously biking on the road with the cars, and that's not legal. At least in most places.
Where are the cars? Because you've got. Well, the bigger question is where did someone let them in? Because everything is gated, right?
Well, I guess they could have got here before the terrorists got here. Let's assume that's what happened, and they got evacuated.
But where did they go? Then this should have been a hostage map.
Yeah, maybe. But I think the main thing is that these people were obviously stupid because they could their bench just right on the other side. They did not have to sit on the grass. There's a whole cafe up here that sells German food. I'm pretty sure it's German food. It's like unsere Einskarte, which I'm pretty sure means ice cake, and also shakes. Getränken obviously is drinks. If you don't know German, then that's it. Salate, Suppen, Bistro. German food is it's great. I bet you can get like some schnitzels or some sausages in here. It's amazing.
The follow-up question is, why is this picnic basket, why does it give you a French feel when we're obviously in Germany? Yeah. Like a bag of, it's kind of like a baguette and a bottle of wine.
Yeah, no German would be so inefficient as to camp right next to the cafe and the benches. Absolutely no German in the world would do that.
Yeah, like you sit on the ground and you're actually pretty close to the toilet as well, like not in a good way.
Yeah, in a bad way. I see what you're saying. Right, so there's on the map side, Overpass is like a decent map, but on the story side there's some stuff definitely missing here. Definitely missing.
Yeah. We found some significant flaws. Oh, dude, have you seen this tower? The I guess it's a cell phone tower or something like that. If you go to
wait a minute, I got an important update. Eiskarte means doesn't mean ice cake. I'm sorry, it means like it's the list of ice you can get. Obviously, it's like the card of the menu of ice.
Exactly.
So thank you very much. I took German for 7 years in school and I know absolutely nothing.
Well, I'm the same with French and Spanish for that matter.
I can watch German news broadcasts and get like 70% of what's going on, but the last 30% still makes it really tough. So I try my best. I should do more. I should do a lot more.
There's actually a significant amount of ads here.
I've tried to read them. I'm right now. I'm reading the park overview. Ihr Standort obviously means this is where you're standing. Your standpoint. Café Mitte, middle of the cafe or the cafe middle or whatever.
Where are you now?
Spielplatz, right by the CT spawn. There's like a.
Oh yeah.
Spielplatz obviously means playground. Very, very easy. We should call it that as a shout out.
Oh, you're here, yeah, by the bistro. Well, if you turn like 180 degrees, you can see a car ad, and then something for a painter by Steinendorfstraße, which is apparently a street.
Wir bringen Farbe in ihr Leben, so we bring color to your life. It's a decent slogan.
That's a good slogan.
Decent slogan for a painter. I like
Cuba.
that. I mean, I don't want them to really bring green color into my life because I don't know what I would paint green at the moment. Maybe benches.
Well, they've obviously gone with green on this map for benches. Not sure if that's something I can agree with, but that's what they did.
All right. Well, we'll have to discuss it later because we've actually been rudely interrupted by the match. Moving forward.
Again?
So, again. I don't know. It's annoying when we're trying to talk about German and Overpass, but that's how it is. It is the 6th round coming up, and if you're just joining us, then you are right in time for the first half of the second map. Na'Vi having already won on Inferno, now they go on to Overpass with they're actually off to a really strong start. Epsilon don't have a lot of money, and if they lose this upcoming round, they could be ecoing right away. And look at Na'Vi. They're walking in with no sound. This is a really, really tricky play. This is a high-risk play from Na'Vi. It doesn't look like it, but it is. And they get the opening frag on GMX who chanced right. He has no clue that anyone was coming. Biggie up close as well. So many people here. He gets the running max 7 shot through the smoke on Star X. That's upsetting. He tries for one more, but Guardian sends him flying with the AWP, and it's now 4-on-3. Bomb Well, it's not going down yet, but it's making its way into the right place. And the rest of Epsilon, they've at least made a rotation, but covering this bomb site is not going to be easy. I do love the fact that Foxjo's actually running up to sniper spot right now, because nobody's smoked that off yet, and he gets a headshot on Zeus. A big decision call. Risky one as well. His teammate could have been attacked and died in the meantime, and now Na'Vi, they're running back right into the waiting arms of Uzi. He gets not one, but two, looking for a third one. Edward coming through, and Uzi destroying Na'Vi. That was a crazy round. What? I mean, that was insane, Van.
I still don't quite fathom how Na'Vi did not get on that bomb site. They just seemed content to actually sit back in the exit of long tones and just try to go for duels. Because Guardian getting the entry 5, obviously that's huge for them, with GMX having... he was kind of late, actually, getting over towards that B-bomb site. That and Biggie actually crossing over. When they picked up that second frag, they should have been on that side, basically pushing forward, getting into, I guess, the water pit area of the B-bomb site, but they were just content with just hanging back. And that's really surprising to see.
And speaking of Biggie, because we're going to have to stay with him, he's bought an auto shotgun and he gets nothing at all for it. In fact, they lose a couple of people. Foxjo trying to bring it back here. He misses the shot though. Pistol comes out. And it's a double anyway. Guardian is going to go down, and they do lose 2, but they survive the round. Auto shotgun by. Great in matchmaking. Horrible in real competitive play. 4 on 3. Epsilon, I mean, they're trying to stabilize their play here. I do want to highlight again that, not the last round, but the one before that. Sneaking in like this through the pipe, I would say 8 times out of 10, you're going to be met with smoke grenades and HE grenades and Molotovs. But if you can get in there without anyone noticing, well, it's really powerful. I think Na'Vi should have won that round. Yeah,
definitely. And it is, as you said, it's a huge risk to take. And you don't get that many opportunities. As you can see, GMX, he's already posted up in a really good position to stop anything like what Na'Vi did in the previous round. I think it's simply because GMX was extremely slow to actually get over towards that B-bomb site. And that was the only reason that worked for Na'Vi, but they didn't really take full advantage of it.
Right, and the reason, you know... Oh, bang through Uzi. He got the headshot on Guardian. Just the one click. I'm sorry I had to interrupt myself then. That was too exciting. That's one of the fun parts about this overpass map. I love any map that can wallbang like this, and there's so much of it on overpass. We're going to have to return to the other point in a minute, because Foxjo is covering the A-bomb site. He's just about to spot someone, but with the smoke up, it's so difficult. See it from his point of view now as the smoke clears. He's looking for one scalp. Just the top of someone's head is what's going to show here. Guardian will pick up one. He sees the face, but look how fast it is. He's going to get the shot anyway on Zeus, trying to jump up. Foxjo gets the second one in. Now it's all up to Uzi, and they got one more guy in here. It's Biggie doing a good job taking down C. Starreach coming through, but this is not working out. Na'Vi finding no entrance at all. So, what I wanted to say about the B-bomb site is if you walk in like they did naked, as we sometimes call it, without any flashes or smokes or anything. Normally what you'd obviously do is you'd try and flash over once you're outside. You'd flash bang in, you'd put up a smoke so you can sort of get in without getting shot from barrels. But all of those things, all the flashes, all the smokes, are also a huge signal to the people defending that a particular strat is coming in. They can look at the flashbangs coming in and know exactly how much is happening. You can, I mean, flashbangs are a little bit more difficult to count people with, but if you see 3 smokes, you know there are 3 people out there, and you do the math and think, all right, it's probably going to be B push, and you call in for backup. So if all of those things are missing, you get very little time to signal anything, and it's a little bit tricky, right? So it's risk, but it's also a reward to it if it works. GMX taking out Guardian. This is looking great now for Epsilon.
A very good start. I think the one thing we have to take into consideration is the fact that Na'Vi do already have 4 rounds on the board, so they're doing pretty okay for themselves, but Epsilon are doing a very good job of getting back into things. Biggie might actually be caught off here, but yeah, manages to take out Starks, so 2 men up for the French team right now, and I don't really see Zeus being in a position to actually do that much about Biggie.
Probably not. I mean, definitely not now. He is in another and maybe better world. Edward comes up with a good shot here, but Biggie's on a 10. And showing us a little bit of the versatility of this particular connector bit, because you can cover so many different outlets, and it's pretty damn good. C's last man, 1 on 4. I don't know what the best case scenario is here. Getting Biggie is a good start, but I mean, do you think he can get a bomb plant here?
Epsilon would have to do something really weird for that to happen. Something really strange would have to happen for them to give up a bomb plant. He actually headshots Uzi through.
Yes, he did. If he had kept shooting, it could have been a little bit strange, but he doesn't realize, and now he's just kind of hugging the wooden wall here. So moving into a 5-4 position, and it's going to be the 10th round. What I would like to see, because Na'Vi have been so insistent on getting into the connector bit here, I love to see Epsilon try for a boost on the outside, looking in for the top windows here, because that's like a really, really, really dirty boost. Just give up part of the stairwell, wait for people to come through, and shoot them from an odd angle. I love that boost.
Yeah, it's a fun boost. You just have to be careful about not letting letting the gun models clip through, because that is an issue that does happen quite frequently.
Ooh. Look at this. Guardian and Zeus offering the bomb up to Biggie. It's like, take the bomb and cover it well if you can. They do eventually take him down and reclaim the bomb, but that is... It's always unfortunate when you're giving up the bomb that quickly and let the other team know what's going on. You can see Epsilon are moving all the way across the map. They know that everyone is over here from Na'Vi. So 1-4 is the situation. Edward should be going down any second. Hopefully not take too many with him. And that's a good job from Epsilon. Only losing one person. And we're at 6-4.
6-4, yeah. And now Na'Vi finally back to buying. They did a... Well, they had to do Nico, seeing how they four spot in the previous round after Guardian managed to save his op. So, again, like, the economy for Na'Vi isn't too great, but then again, they don't need as many rounds on the T side, so they can afford to take some freedom and actually save up for those ops here and there.
Now, apart from the fact that they are on the wrong side of the map, I'm intrigued by the fact that they have the 3 Molotovs.
Yeah.
It's not like you can't use Molotovs at A, you definitely can, but I think at B they're just much more fun, so I'd love to see them use that.
Well, for right now, it seems like they would go towards A, and I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw... I mean, they are... You could put down some very effective Molotovs on the A bomb site, and then, given how Epsilon have played previously, with, you know, initially pushing out to show some aggression and then falling back towards the site, wouldn't be too surprised if we saw Na'Vi putting those Molotovs basically on the entire left side of the A bomb site, basically to clear out that entire thing where you would normally plant the bomb on the previous versions of the map. Because, well, if Epsilon are playing in the here now, it's really tough for Na'Vi to actually get anywhere and actually get onto the site.
Well, let's see one Molotov in action here. Bounces back and cuts off one exit point here for Foxshow, but he doesn't really care. Oh, he's standing in fire. There are more Molotovs coming. He's down to half health, and Molotov 100% successful as they get the kill on Foxshow, forcing him out. Bomb being planted here, and Biggie can't exactly hear where it is. There's so much going on in this bomb site. Now they just need to defend the bomb and make sure no one takes it away here. Starix goes down as well. Uzi falls and Scream. Oh, it's raining men right in front of him. Jerry Hallowell would be happy. It's a 1-on-3, and Scream just probably going to have to make his escape here. Not really worth trying to retake this this situation.
I do like the Spice Girls reference. That's solid stuff.
I know my 90s music, man. Don't worry.
But you do know that song is not really from the 90s, right? It's a cover?
Yeah, I know. But, like, her version is pretty hyped up, man. You know.
That's true, but, you know, the Weather Girls are the Weather Girls.
All right. I'm glad we're getting everything covered here.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely everything. Well, 6-5. Next round up. A lot more Molotovs. 4 Molotovs. Come on, how many Molotovs do you need to purchase to do this firebombing thing that I talked about? Or I do like how they made it work on A. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, they made it work with 3, so now they're thinking to themselves, well, I saw one place, you know, that wasn't, you know, the floor wasn't covered with lava, as the 8-year-olds would say. So, that's a good move from Na'Vi, you know, recognizing what works and going with it until it doesn't work anymore.
Foxshow and Biggie pushing forward here, and they catch together, seized, although Fox did the majority of the damage, not going to share the assist with anyone. Look at Edward. Oh, they smoke off Edward, so he can't actually get out, and he doesn't care. He's going to flash his way through the smoke, runs up, tries to join them, gets the one. Foxshow, pistols out. Edward has to drop the AK to try and shoot him with a pistol. I don't think Fox should have survived that. I think that should have been Edward bringing it back into a 3-on-3. Now Na'Vi are in a 2-on-3, or 2-on-4 in fact. So they're in a much worse position here.
Edward probably should have had that kill, but props for going full-on man mode right there. Zeus picks up GMX. The one thing that works in Na'Vi's favor is the fact that Foxo is pretty low HP, and he's kind of cut off from the rest of his team. As long as Na'Vi get onto the site.
Oh, you may have been exactly right. Foxio comes up, second and a half too late, basically, to get the kill on anyone. Bomb goes down, but now, weirdly, they're trapped in a corner. Grenade is going to be pretty good, I think. Lands right between them, but it's the only one they have, so now they have to do the rest manually, as we say. And, well, the opening kill is definitely there. Guardian goes down. Foxio making it look easy. Even with 10 health, he gets two last kill, making it a quad in total, and Epsilon are going to end up winning the round. Wow.
Very well done by Fox, though, but kind of iffy from Na'Vi. I'm not really sure how they managed to get into a position where nobody was actually covering the stairs, but still being open enough from being spotted from that angle, or from that position where they were in. I think was it Suze was the second guy alive for Na'Vi with Guardian?
Oh, I believe so.
Yeah, and he somehow got caught out because he was aiming towards, well, where the stairs used to be, up from CT's, or I guess the CT spawn area. And he was still, you know, wide open for everyone coming from stairs to see, without having Guardian covering him. So that was a bit weird.
Look at Biggie. He's just so aggressive, and for once it doesn't pay off, but he's actually had an enormously high success rate going into connector and being a bit of a crazy person. But this time they finally shut him down, and Zeus is on 12 health, so I mean he did some damage, but not quite enough here.
Imagine if he had the auto shotgun. Just imagine.
Do you think that's what he's thinking right now? Damn.
Next time we're going to see an auto shotty.
Why not? Well, speak of auto, but this time it's a sniper instead, and it's GMX taking Zeus down finally. Starix with a good return, though. And he sees, I think it's the one coming up here as well. GMX might be in a really tough spot. He's in the corner, and they know he's there. He gets Starix beforehand. Foxio caught trying to make a rotation, so actually really nicely played from Na'Vi here. That's good communication, because as soon as one goes down here, you do want to peek just when Guardian does, when he feels like, okay, someone's probably rotating out of A right now to get to B, because that's where people are dying right now. And he was just in the mind of Foxio then. Scream. Last man standing 1-on-3. Should he go for it?
He doesn't really have a good opportunity to actually save, because he's more or less trapped. Or actually, the Na'Vi members have rotated around the other way. Yeah. So he does have an opportunity to save, but I think he doesn't want to give too many rounds to Na'Vi for free.
Well, it wasn't quite for free, but it wasn't Scream making the big impact on that round, unfortunately. Really tough retaking 1-on-3 with no grenades. He had one flash he threw initially, and then one kit. Have to be Na'Vi making a big mistake, essentially, for that to work out. So we're at 7-6, 14th round coming up, almost at the end of this first half in the second map. It is a 1-0 map score currently in favor of Na'Vi. So, yeah, Epsilon are fighting for their lives in this best of 3.
And they really are. And again, we're seeing Epsilon put heavy focus on the underpass area here. Not committing to actually go all out this time around for Biggie, but Starix should go down here.
It could have gone either way. I mean, Biggie did get grenaded, and so did GMX, and that's the danger with always being there, is that eventually it becomes a little bit too predictable. Oh, Scream tapped through. Grenade would have done it, but the obviously the AWP shot's just as good. Biggie fighting it out with Edward, doing really good damage, but receiving just about as much. Well, actually, one less damage to be precise. Smoke is out, and the bomb is already down, and I don't think Epsilon can fight this. If they lose these 2 rifles, they will have exactly nothing for the next round, so they kind of got to save them, even though it's painful.
Yeah, it definitely hurts giving Na'Vi 7 rounds, but they honestly don't have much of a choice. I'm curious to see when Na'Vi are going to realize that this is going to be a save, and if they're opting to hunt after them or not. I guess they're actually too far away, so nothing is going to come out of it. Epsilon will be able to save both their weapons. That's a bit, you know, a tiny bit of shimmering light for them.
A little bit, just a little bit, right? I don't know if it's the DDoSing or what else, but Scream seems to be full tilt mode, I would say. 3, 1, and 7. It's not quite a James Bond score, but it's definitely not cool.
He actually hasn't been that active because Na'Vi hasn't attacked towards him that much, to be honest. He's being the second guy out towards short there, and GMX is taking most of the run with any action coming in towards that area, or Biggie and FXO or Foxo have been pushing aggressively towards underpass, so there hasn't been that much happening in the area where he's holding. And oftentimes he's left in a bit of an awkward situation. You know, what can you really do in a 1v4, for instance?
Yeah, I mean that's true. So he's played like a yeah. I guess that's worth accounting for as well. Foxyo peeking out. Guardian is so close. He doesn't see it. Guardian.
They don't see each other. How?
He's by the tree. Guardian is looking just blank into a rock here.
This is out of the field of view for there you go. Foxyo and actually picks up Biggie as well.
That's very unlikely. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but that's a weird place to find yourself in if you're a Guardian. And I think once he peeked, he realized, oh, I've hit the jackpot. I just had to stare at this rock for a while, and it all works out great. Flash on over. Not really, just to get in there. So, no flash. He wasn't flashing for GMX to go aggressive. He was just flashing to see if he can get up into the site. Nice Molotov too, so fire out that truck there. But Scream, he gets the 1 kill in, finally gets to do something. GMX is here with the FAMAS, and he has to come up big, but he only gets the 1 kill. It's all on Uzi with 24 bullets to kill 2 people. And no kit.
Yeah, the bullets shouldn't be a problem, but I think the crossfire is the more worrying thing for them.
He spotted out Sushi, can probably guess where Seized is. He does try and take a quick peek, but you're right. The crossfire is what kills it at the end. That's going to be an 8-7 scoreline in favor of Na'Vi. Guys, the second half is coming up any second, so do not go anywhere.
Yeah, and Na'Vi obviously would be pretty happy about going into the second half with actually winning the T side.
That would not be bad, would it? I mean, at that point, you're doing something right.
Yeah, and you touched on it. Like as of right now, Overpass is regarded as a very CT favored map, but I honestly think this map is fairly okay for T's to actually get rounds on if a team knows how to play it.
We have seen terrorist teams do really well, but I think it's still changing so much. I think we know this a couple of times during a broadcast and before, but it's still a map that's evolving so much. So it probably will get more and more like tilting towards the T side. But right now, I'd say you want to win at least 9 rounds on the CT side, basically.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. And for Epsilon's part right now, they have to pick up the pistol more or less if they want to stay in this, because if Na'Vi are able to pick it up, most likely going to snowball into an 11-7 round, and at that point, Epsilon are kind of, well, in the shithouse. They have to win out every buy round from that point on to have a shot at this.
Yeah, that'd be awful. I am looking for Scream and his smoke, and I'm wondering if Biggie's going to put up one as well. Scream smoking on over. Where exactly is he going to land? So it's going to land... I'm not sure if that's exactly where he wanted to land. That looks a little bit weird. Down towards the sewer area.
That does not look to be intended.
No, definitely not. Flashbangs rain in. Edward in the backside here. A little bit flashed. Starix will pick up the kill. Foxyo charging in. Glock in hand. Still got 6 bullets left, and he's going to find 2 kills before he has to reload. So this is looking great here for Epsilon. This round is absolutely everything to them. They got to win it. And they're going to get the bomb plant down. So first part of the mission is accomplished. Now you just have to stay and potentially sacrifice your life for it. Guardian trying to put a shot in on Foxyo, and he's reloading while looking at him. That's brave. Seized is also falling low, so I don't see Epsilon losing this unless they make a big mistake, and I don't think they will. That's going to be the end. So, I don't know. What do you think about that execution from Epsilon?
Well, obviously, the smokes weren't exactly where they all needed to be, but they got what, in my opinion, is the most important one, which is the smoke out from higher. Basically blocks up everyone from standing on top of there. So you kind of have to commit if you're a CT, and one of the Na'Vi members did actually commit very heavily and drop down and towards the B-bomb side instead of rotating around. And with Epsilon, actually, I think it's mainly because of Fox, so him picking up those 2 frags right there more or less gave them the bomb site. Otherwise, Epsilon would have gotten into a situation where they would have been caught out and basically stuck in that exit from long tunnels without being able to get down the bomb, and all of a sudden it's a very favorable position for Na'Vi.
And just to point out, Guardian here with the scout using a position that I actually first time saw in American Counter-Strike. So I've been watching a lot of the NA matches and shooting through the window, the front window of this truck up in the A-bomb side. I just look through it, and then you can kind of like move out and shoot. It's a really cool position. I like it.
Doesn't it still do significant damage?
Yeah,
at least with an op. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a very cool spot. It's very hard for the Terror side if you come through, but they're going to come through at a much better angle. If they come through here, Guardian's position won't make any difference. Maybe Seized will, if he can go utterly nuts with the CSET 75. But it's going to have to be some JW level CSET 75 here. Oh, Edward talking about it. Almost gets a quick double kill in, but he's going to go down, and the B bomb site is really weak right now. Starix, Deagle in hand, misses the one. Oh, Zeus and Cease both coming up here. One each with the CSED, and GMX is going to go down. It's all CSET 75 action. It's a nightmare. It's only 8 seconds left, and Zeus will pick up the last kill, and Na'Vi, they rob Epsilon of a round that they couldn't afford to lose, basically.
Yeah, that was Epsilon's round to win. And it was kind of unfortunate for Epsilon. Obviously, you saw Edward pick up that one frag, and then everyone from Navi kind of bolted out from the A-bomb site. With the guy from Epsilon actually picking up Guardian on the A-bomb site, it kind of gave away everything Navi needed to know. So they knew that they could fully commit on the Epsilon members on the B-bomb site without having to worry about the backstab, seeing how they knew how far away he was.
Look at this position of Guardian. How incredibly cool is this? He can actually look up towards Birthday without being there. Yeah, there's no way GMX saw that coming. That's just a very that's a very creative way to use the shells back there. Big fan.
Yeah, that's very nice. Very cool to see.
Edward now taking charge. Max 7.
Did you see that?
I'm not sure. Well, he's going to get a chance here. Max 7, say hello to Biggie. Say hello to Fox Show, and finally Uzi will be the last guy. They weren't properly introduced, so Uzi only drops down to 30 health. But still not a great position right now for Epsilon. If they could have got the bomb down this round, it would have been big for them, but it's not going to be possible, I think.
I don't think Uzi's going to be in a position to get anything done here, barring some Max 7 magic. He is getting up close with them, so that could have been a kill for him, but much more than that would be very unlikely. Yeah, I think overall, well, yeah. Go on.
I was going to say, with the bomb plan, do you think they would have bought this time around? That's $800 bonus for anyone wanting to do maths at home, right? So Biggie could have bought an AK, Fox Show could have, and I guess that's about. I think a couple of other people who bought, a little bit more could have as well.
They would have been, they would have been able to buy for the most part. So I think that definitely would have been the case.
Big difference with the bomb there. Molotov goes up just to try and keep them back. Edward shooting a couple of people in the back and even facing some of them, but he's not quite going to survive at the end. Sush will pick up 2 kills, and it's very low on health. Fox, he can't get the last shot in there on Starix, unfortunately, but there's a good round for Na'Vi. They only lose one person. Now it's all on Epsilon here. It's 11-8. They have to make a big impact right now.
Yeah, especially because Na'Vi are getting to that point where they can buy even if they lose a round. And that's obviously not something you want to experience if you're Epsilon at this point. You want to keep the CT's economies low so you can get more of a punishment out from winning a round once you first get it.
Yeah, indeed. I think that's always the crucial moment. And Epsilon probably know exactly where they're at. I'm still very sad that no competitive player wants to do the wallbang that I keep talking about. Because I did somewhat accurately predict that you could shoot through these walls down here towards the T-spawn. I think it was ACs who finally did it during some LAN, and it really worked.
MCS, yeah.
Yeah, they got the shot off with him. I was really happy. 100 people tweeted me and said, it worked. So that's really nice, but there's another one that I want to show you guys in a bit. So we'll get back to that. Pay attention. Guardian is going to pick up the first kill on Fox Show, and I missed that on the camera. I'm sorry. But now Na'Vi, I mean, an opening kill like that makes it so hard for Epsilon. It makes it harder to throw fakes, and then obviously if you have to sacrifice people getting the bomb down, you just have fewer people to sacrifice, essentially.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it comes down to. And it was a bit of a duel out on long, with Guardian getting more or less into position before Foxio had the same opportunity, so that's why he came out ahead.
Flash on over. Zeus is abusing the fact that you can look over that wall, which I think is a really, really cool part of the map. It's so nice to see people get information like that. And he can get shot in return, which you see he's dropping down to 28. Biggie on 16. There's only 15 seconds left. We're counting down here. Starix tries to take the shot, but he gets a little bit too ambitious, and a lot of people running into the site. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. The bomb has to be planted, and Zeus... No! Biggie! The moment he stops planting, they lose the round. There was not enough time for him to replant. Uzi goes down after the timer's run out. And that is a very, very bad end to the round for Epsilon. About as bad as he can get, really. Very tragic.
Yeah, that was a big mistake from Biggie. And Biggie has been playing really well so far this game, so that's unfortunate to see, because even though it's easier said than done, but that's the type of situation where you just have to grind your teeth together and just pray that your teammate actually has your back, because it's the only way you're actually gonna win the round, even though you might have to sacrifice yourself.
Yeah, I 100% agree. But just to remind everyone, it's not like we don't know that Biggie, like, it's much harder to do that in the game than it is to say it. Which is one of the great things about being a caster, is you get to have like perfect 20/20 hindsight. You can be like, no, that was wrong. He did it wrong. It's really great, right? You can always seem like you know exactly what to do in the right, in every situation. But Biggie under a little bit of pressure then, and I guess generally speaking, Epsilon are a little bit fatigued at this point.
Yeah, they're doing weird things. They continuously repeat with their pistols towards Guardian, who ended up at long tunnels with the bomb. So now the bomb is kind of just dropped in no man's land. You can see Navi are taking full advantage of that, moving on up, basically getting control over everything. And somehow Foxio has gotten into the restroom area without really people knowing. But Zeus finds him in the end.
There we go. There we go. Now we're picking it up. All right, onto the wallbang spot. I promised you guys I would talk about it. I've shown a lot of you before, so maybe you've already seen it. It does work. I've tested it out. It definitely works. You can stand on the sniper spot here, and you can shoot all the way up here. And if you connect with the bottom, between the bottom of the wires here, see if anyone comes running through, I'll show you exactly where the shot is. So there you go. Headshot height. So you just have to shoot like really low at the wire there, and you're going to connect with people right through. It's pretty dirty. You're probably going to get overwatched as well if you end up doing that, but it will be worth it. Guardian picking up the first kill, and the auto director doesn't care. And Edward's going to go down over by the connector. So a good trade, I would say, for Epsilon. I mean, at least they managed to kill one person. And now if they can get Starix here, there's nobody else here. He is alone in the bomb site. Sees this close to one by. Starix is covering all of B right now. Walking in, goes down to Foxio, and this is the big opening for Epsilon. Back in the game.
Cease is going to have to do a lot of work here. It actually starts by picking up GMX here. Not able to get down Foxio though, so Epsilon should be able to get the bomb plant down. Guardian is pretty far away, and it seems like Zeus has no intention of actually waiting for him.
Zeus with a quick double. How is Epsilon not winning this? They were looking so good. He charges through. That's a bold decision from Zeus. That takes some guts, and Guardian doesn't really care. He's still going to take him out. Then how did they lose this round?
Well, Zeus did the ultimate YOLO move, pretty much just walking through a smoke during a retake without even caring about where Guardian was in that situation, because the Guardian was nowhere near to actually help out or get any sort of benefit from Zeus pushing in there. So if Zeus pushes in there and Foxio is actually watching towards long tunnels, then Zeus just dies and Guardian is left alone in a 1v3. But unfortunately for Epsilon, Zeus picks the perfect timing to push through the smoke, and that was just completely unexpected. You can't really account for that.
No, you definitely can't. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is for Epsilon right now. It's not like they're not trying, but I don't know what to say.
What they've been doing the last couple of rounds is definitely not the way to go about it. If you're going to move towards the B bomb site, you have to get into, well, a somewhat offensive position early on. Otherwise, you're going to end up in situations where Guardian does what he just did, which is get close up into the tunnels and get a good angle towards the T-spawn area, or people coming from T-spawn. And you don't really want to get into, duel with Guardian, especially when he has an op.
It can be painful. It very often is. A bit of, actually, speaking of Guardian, I'm really sad that grenade he threw didn't connect, because it was really well placed in through the windows. That's where I suggested you could boost over and look in, which is very common, or not that common, but I think everyone kind of knows how that works out. And Biggie could have almost got killed by a grenade there. Now, if they go for A, I mean, how do you break through on A with 3 on 5? That's not easy.
Oh, that's really tough. Especially now that Navi are going to be aware of the fact that, well, stuff is happening towards A, and it seems like Epsilon are just going to go for a plant in the smoke here, given how they're setting up their smokes. But it's not really covering enough.
Yeah, and when there's smoke, there's fire, because the Molotov's down in front of the smoke, making it even harder. Scream falls. When GMX takes a kill and has to run away, 3 seconds left, they will end up going down. So, yeah, now 15 to 8. What do you say, then, before we close out the potentially close the map, that we show people the really, really ridiculous wallbang? Like the 1 in 100 million wallbang?
Oh, yeah, sure. We can do that.
Alright, so here's how it works. You go on the T side, you pick up an AWP, run to this barrel, you wedge yourself in between the fence and the barrel, and you aim at this particular triangle of nails. Right here, just aim a little bit low in the triangle, and you're going to be able to shoot right through this wall, and right into the pillar, and it's headshot height. If you do that, I guarantee you're going to be a watchman. That's how it works. Edward, taking down one, goes for a little bit more, but not going to be able to deal with Uzi, who does manage to take him down. Starix with a quick return kill, and this could be the end for Epsilon. We're in a 3-3, and it's match and map point in favor of Navi.
A nice... Ooh, that nade actually does nothing. I thought that would be a lot better nade from Starix right there. He had the potential of doing quite a bit of damage to 3 Epsilon members, but CSGO nades, I suppose.
Yes, indeed, I agree. But look at the position of Seized here. I mean, they've got 2 people in B, and I think Seized is almost covering the entirety of the A bomb site by being here. Fox goes down. That was Seuss out-orping him, just trying to crouch in. And the fact that I mentioned triangle, trying to explain that wallbanging means now all the chat is doing is spamming Illuminati. Well played. Scream is going to go down. Starix with the double. It ends up being Guardian at 25 kills, stop fragging. 16